Good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to this pep talk this afternoon. As a reminder, please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Include the names of companions attending with you for attendance purposes. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There'll be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. Another reminder, please take the online Learning Com evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. And obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, show your faces. One, two, three. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. And starting October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 18 of this year, 2024, marks the start of year number 4 for the RO Hoson pep talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled Gallbladder Stones, How Effective and Useful or are the non-surgical treatment? Yung mga hindi na-operahan. Ano yung mga, how is the effectiveness, usefulness, and limitations of the non-surgical treatment of gallbladder stones? So, the empowerment objective is for you to have an essential understanding on this as part of your health management. Kasi marami tayong naririnig na may pasyente na may gallbladder stones, anong gagawin? Number 2, kung may mga nagtatanong, pwede ba apple flushing, yung mga olive oil flushing. Yung iba naman, pupunta sa doktor, nire-reseta ng mga mamahaling gamot, are they effective or not? No? Ganon. So these are those are the issues that we will discuss today. The contents of this particular pep talk this afternoon will be the following. What are gallstones or gallbladder stones? Sort of an introduction to the discussion of the issue, non-surgical treatment of gallbladder stones, and what are the different types of gallstones? Kasi malalaman natin, if there are different types, are they, pwede ba yung gamot na binibigay, pwede ba yon? O baka may specific type ng stones na pwedeng gamutin. Number 3, what are the causes of gallstones? Do all patients with gallstones have symptoms? May mga pasyente dyan, wala namang nararamdaman, pero may gallstones. Kailangan ba gamutin? So do all patients with gallstones need treatment? What are the commonly heard non-surgical treatment for gallstones? Marami tayong naririnig. No? We want to validate kung pwede ba sila, kung effective ba sila. So how effective and useful are these, and what are the limitations of the non-surgical treatment? So what are the advice on non-surgical treatment for gallstones? So for this afternoon session, we'll be focusing on the non-surgical treatment, not on the surgical treatment, but you can ask questions on the surgical treatment later on. Disclaimer, the RO Hoson Pep Talk contains my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations culled from my personal experiences as well as reading of the writings of other health professionals, which I try to digest, analyze, and see which I should share with you. Okay. So let's start with the first topic. What are gallstones or gallbladder stones? Gallstones is defined as hardened, concentrated pieces of bile that form in gallbladder or the bile ducts. So hardened siya, parang bato. Okay. Concentrated siya because of some substance in the bile. Okay. Then, ito yung mga bato nito, kadalasan nag-originate sa gallbladder, kuminsan nag-originate dun sa common bile duct. Ito yung bile duct, no? This is the common bile duct. Okay. Ito dito sa baba, ito yung gallbladder, ito yung tinatawag na cystic duct, yung kaduktong ng gallbladder to the bile duct. Yung bile duct naman can be divided into two, yung tinatawag na hepatic duct, common hepatic duct sa itaas, malapit sa liver, and dito naman sa baba, bile duct, common bile duct dito sa baba. Then you have an illustration of a stone there. And then ito yung bile duct nito, papuntang the small intestine or what we call the duodenum, katabi ng pancreas. Ito yung pancreatic duct. So when you say gallstones, merong gall dyan. There's part of the word, you see part of the word is gall, and this gall means bile, yung katas ng atay. So gallstones are bile stones. Okay? The gallbladder is the bile bladder. Kung meron tayong urinary bladder that contains the urine of a particular person, yung gallbladder naman, at ito yung collection, ito yung supot ng mga bile. Okay? Kaya gallbladder. So the gallbladder holds and stores the bile for later use. As I said, the bile comes from the liver and then buwababa sa liver, sa ducts, into the intestine. Pag kumakain tayo ng mga oily foods, no? So it will help digest the oily foods and some are stored in the gallbladder, no? So yung bile can go in directly to the small intestine or can be stored in the gallbladder. So kung kumakain tayo ng mga oily foods, ito, magko-contract yung gallbladder to squeeze the bile from inside out to the common bile duct into the intestine para tumulong sa digestion. Okay. So the bile ducts, as mentioned, carry it to the different organs through the biliary tree. Gallstones form when the bile sediments collects and crystallizes. So ibig sabihin nun, yung bile is a liquid but it contains a lot of substances. Okay. So often the sediments is an excess of one of the main ingredients in the bile. Okay. So what are the different types of gallstones? Yung one of the substance in the bile is the cholesterol. So pag nag-precipitate yan, nagiging cholesterol stones. Yung iba naman, may bilirubin pigments. No? When it becomes stones, it is called a pigment stones. So ito usually ang kulay nito, yellow. Ang kulay nito, pigment, usually green, dark green, up to the point sometimes it's black. No? Pero kadalasan, it's a mixed stones, no, with calcium salts. And this is the most common type of stones that we see in the Philippines based on one study. Okay? I don't know na ngayon kung ano pa ang pinaka-common. Kasi sa US, ang pinaka-common is cholesterol stones. Kasi marami silang kinakain na matataas sa cholesterol. No? Dito sa Pilipinas, baka hindi pa masyadong marami, pero baka umabot din tayo sa punto na marami na rin tayong cholesterol stones. No? But for the moment, they just say, based on a study done in the Philippines, local studies, mixed stones are still most common. Then after that, probably the pigment stones. Yan din ang nakikita ko, hindi yung mga dilaw-dilaw. No? Merong dilaw na stones, which are cholesterol stones, but they are not as common as the pigment stones and the mixed stones. Importante malaman natin ito kasi yung gamutan, kasi kung gamot ay panlaban, pang-dissolve ng cholesterol stones, then the stones, the gallbladder stones must be cholesterol stones for the treatment to be effective. Kung ginamitan yung gamot na yon for the cholesterol stones sa pasyente na may pigment stones or mixed stones, hindi uubra, hindi gagana. No? So what causes gallstones? Gallstones, as mentioned, they form if the bile contains too much of cholesterol. That's one of the components. Too much bilirubin, and not enough bile salts. The bile salts is the one that keep it in equilibrium, para in liquid form, hindi siya mag-precipitate into some stones. Now, researchers do not understand why these changes in the bile occur. Usually liquid siya, di natin alam kung bakit yung cholesterol segment part of the bile nagpo-precipitate, dumadami, or bilirubin, bakit dumadami, at causing the formation of stones. Now, sometimes the gallstones can also come from the gallbladder if the gallbladder is not functioning properly, hindi siya nag-empty, okay? Yan, nag-stagnate yung mga bile with a tendency to form stones, mag-precipitate yung mga elements of the bile into gallbladder stones. Gallbladder stones are thought to develop because of an imbalance in the chemical makeup of bile inside the gallbladder. As I said, the exact cause of the imbalance is not yet known. I don't know when we're going to know it, but up to now, we don't know. Gallstone form when there is an excess of one of the main ingredients in the bile. O baka dalawa rin, pwede. Pero at the moment, we think of one, kaya may cholesterol stones, no? Kaya nga may mixed stones, baka yung dalawang elements na precipitate sa bile. So the excess ingredient turns to sediment at the bottom of your gallbladder or bile ducts, and the sediment gradually hardens into stones. Do all patients with gallstones have symptoms? Yan ang tanong, no? So, hindi. Okay. Majority of patients with gallstones do not have symptoms. But there are some patients who are symptomatic, meaning meron siyang symptoms, usually masakit ang tiyan. At usually, nasa right upper quadrant of the abdomen because that's where the gallbladder is located. Okay. So majority is symptomatic. Some would have symptomatic, sumasakit ang tiyan, and other symptoms if there are complications of the gallstones already, like jaundice, no? Pag nag-complicate na yung stones, may symptoms, maninilaw yung pasyente. If the gallstones never cause problems, so the advice is no treatment is needed. Kasi sabi ko, marami tayo, may stones, marami rin walang nangyayari, no? Walang problema. So we just, from experience, we can just leave them alone. Okay? But if they are causing pain and other complications, treatment is needed. Kailangan. No? If the gallstone cause a blockade in the biliary tree, the common bile duct or common hepatic duct, the blockades have to be remedied, have to be removed. But we don't only remove the blockage is caused by the stones. So we don't only just remove the stones because it's blocking it, but we already removed the entire gallbladder together with the stones. Kasi kung stones lang tatanggalin natin, ando pa yung gallbladder, there's a tendency for the gallbladder stones to recur. Kaya pwede nang tanggalin yung buong gallbladder together with the stones para wala nang chance na uulit yung stones sa gallbladder. Anyway, yung gallbladder, one can live without the gallbladder. But okay, the recommendation here is that once gallstones have caused a blockade or may symptoms, they are likely to do so again. Pwedeng umulit ng umulit. Kaya usually ang ina-advise paggamot na. No? Usually surgery ang recommendation. Most people who need treatment for gallstones will have surgery to remove them. Yan ang usual treatment. Because at the moment, surgery is the only way to ensure that gallstones won't cause issues again. Kasi kung gamot lang gagamitin natin, let's say madidissolving gamot, andun pa yung gallbladder, na uulit pa rin yun. No? So pag tinanggal mo ni gallbladder with surgery, wala nang chance na magkakaroon ng gallstones. No? Basta matanggal yung buong gallbladder. Okay? So, but if you cannot and don't want surgery, there are people like that who don't like surgery, kung kahit na nasasaktan na sila, no? It is said that there are some alternative treatments to try, including medications and other products. No? Meron mga alternative treatments kung ayaw yung surgery, but that's why we have to be careful what to use. No? Yeah, ito yung pep talk today will be to expound on what will be the best approach to the so-called alternative treatment, no? Outside surgery. So the question is, how effective and useful are the non-surgical treatment for gallstones? So this is our main topic for today. We will not discuss the nitty-gritty of surgery and other issues on gallbladder stones. And what are the commonly heard non-surgical treatment of gallstones? I call this from experience and also from the literature. There are 4 commonly heard non-surgical treatment. Number 1 is observation, walang operasyon, walang gamot. Okay. Number 2, gallbladder cleansing or flushing. Some of you probably have heard about it. No? Medications also being prescribed by a lot of doctors. And then, of course, the advice is to avoid fatty food. Okay. So I will expound on this one by one. Observation. Observation can be used as one of the non-surgical treatment for gallstones because of the following reasons. No? The risk of developing symptoms or complications from gallstones in patients who have no symptoms is on the order of 20% over 20 years. So madalang yun. No? So you can have gallstones, pero kung asymptomatic ka, what are the chances na magkakaroon ka ng symptoms? 20% over 20 years. Okay? I don't know how to equate it. Sabihin natin 1% over, ano yan, 1% per year, gano'n? Okay. Anyway, madalang, no? So that's patients who are older, yung mga 40 years and above, and have no other indications for gallbladder stones can be observed. No? Kasi baka ma-outlive nila yung gallbladder stones. Although there is a risk of having an attack at any time, at an inopportune time, or developing one of the complications, this is small. As I said, madalang magkaroon ng komplikasyon. However, the caveat is, the recommendation is that if you have symptoms, you should consider treatment. Consider. Okay, treatment. No? Okay. So observation is the recommendation if there are no symptoms associated with the gallstones because it is believed that the gallbladder cleansing and flushing and medications are not effective or cost-effective. Inuunahan ko na kayo because these are the 3 other types of treatment, non-surgical treatment, apple flushing, medications, and fatty foods. Okay. So, yung ayaw magpa-opera, usually, ito yung palaging iniisip. No? Okay. So, pwedeng observation lang, kahit na hindi operahan. No? Kung walang symptoms. Observation is recommended for patients with asymptomatic gallstones. When you say asymptomatic, walang symptoms whatsoever. No? So, minsan may masakit ang tiyan, we have to know whether the sakit ng tiyan is coming from the gallstones or not. Okay? Hindi lahat ng sakit ng tiyan ay dahil sa gallstones. Kadalasan, mayroong mga ultrasound na pinapagawa na asymptomatic ang pasyente, pero may gallstones. And then, few days, few weeks after, 1 year after, kasi conscious na siya, meron siyang gallstone. The moment magkaroon siya ng abdominal pain, which can be due to other causes, sasabihin niya, o ibang doktor, sasabihin ng ibang doktor, ay dahil sa gallbladder mo. So we really have to be very careful in making that conclusion. So abdominal pain in the presence of gallstones does not always mean that the gallstones is causing the symptoms. It can be due to other cause. Kasi pag inoperan mo yung pasyente na yon, ay natanggal na may gallbladder mo, and yung abdominal pain niya is not due to the gallstones, ando pa rin ang pain niya. Paulit-ulit lang yon. Because ang tinanggal mo, gallbladder, pero yung gallbladder is not the cause of the gallstones. So that's why we have to be careful in interpreting abdominal pain in the presence of gallstones. So as only about 4% of patients with asymptomatic gallstones develop symptoms, including cholecystitis, obstructive jaundice, pancreatitis, gallbladder cancer. Ito yung gallbladder cancer is very, very rare. No? Mga 1% lang yan, less than 1%. Ang pinaka-common na symptoms will be cholecystitis, no? And then after that, pwedeng pancreatitis, and then obstructive jaundice. Pero itong gallbladder cancer, birang-bira. So don't be afraid of this and use that as a reason for having your gallbladder stones, kahit na asymptomatic, be operated upon. Observation is recommended for patients with asymptomatic gallstones. Again, for these reasons, these mga statistical data that will convince us that very rare symptoms that you don't have to have it removed. So patients develop symptoms at the rate of approximately 1 or 2% per year. Yung kanina nga, yung sinabi ko, 20% over 20 years. Okay, 1 to 2% per year. Complications were rare, approximately 4% over 25 years. Kung 70, kung 50 ka na, 40 ka na, and your average lifespan is 70, with 4%, pwede mo nang ipa-opera. No? Okay. So, pero kung may symptoms, dapat consider operation, consider treatment. Complications typically includes cholecystitis, as I said, 0.3% per year, okay, mas common, pinaka-common. Then obstructive jaundice, yung nagbabara yung bile duct at nagkakaroon ng paninilaw, 0.2% per year. Okay. And then pancreatitis, 0.4 to 1.5% per year. And then gallstone ileus or gallbladder ileus, very rare, very rare. Okay, less than 1% pa ito. Observation is the best form of therapy for patients with asymptomatic gallbladder stones. Surgical treatment offers the least risk and greatest benefit to patients with symptomatic gallstones. So yun ang the other end of the spectrum. Kung asymptomatic, observation. Pag may symptoms, then surgery is still the best treatment. Gallbladder cleansing and flushing are ineffective, and medications dissolution therapy is not cost-effective. I will explain this later on. Now let's go to dissolution medications. Medicine to dissolve the gallstones. There are medicines in the market, particularly what is known as urodeoxycholic acid. This is commonly prescribed by physicians for patients with gallstones. These are extremely expensive, about 50 pesos per capsule, and they are usually taken 3 times a day, so 150 for 6 to 12 months, minimum of 12 months if you want to see some changes, pero kadalasan wala pa rin pagbabago. Okay. And then the medicine works only in patients who have cholesterol and primarily cholesterol stones. Yung urodeoxycholic acid is good only for cholesterol stones. So if your stones is not cholesterol stones, then it's no use. No, you don't use that to dissolve the stones. Okay, but when you use it, you have to remember matagal yung gamutan at wala ring guarantee, no? Konti lang ang nadidissolve at mataas din ang recurrence rate of the stones. As I said, this drug works only in patients with cholesterol stones And we know that majority of the gallstones in the Philippines are at the moment are not yet cholesterol stones. Majority are mixed stones. Okay? Hindi lang pure cholesterol stones. Kaya in practical yung gagamitin mo itong cholesterol stones for a mixed stones or even a pigment stones. Patients with cholesterol gallstones who take the drugs for 2 years, these are the statistics, have only 20% chance of having their gallstone dissolved. Okay. 2 years mo iinom, then 20% chance lang madidissolve yung cholesterol stones, kung cholesterol stones. Kung pigment stones or mixed stones, baka 1% lang. No? These patients need to continue taking once per day after stones dissolve since their gallbladder remains diseased. So kahit na ma-dissolve yun, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung iinom. And as we know from the computation, 150 pesos per day ang gagastusin. And then there is also a 30 to 50% chance of recurrence of the gallstones. Babalik na babalik siya in 3 to 5 years without further treatment. Okay. So that's why my conclusion is that it is not cost-effective to take dissolution therapy using urodioxycholic acid for gallstones. It can take months or years for all the gallstones to break up, and there is a high chance of recurrence. Kung tinanggal mo yung gallbladder, wala nang place for the stones to recur. Now, how about gallbladder cleansing or flushing? It is said that this is now considered a myth, pero marami pa rin dyan sa internet nag-advocate ng gallbladder cleansing or flushing. So if you see a gallbladder cleansing being promoted in the internet, it is most likely encouraging you to eat or drink olive oil or any other oil in combination with a particular fruit juice like apple juice and other kinds of juices that you will hear in the internet over a certain period of time, hindi lang once, no? Usually 1 month, 2 months. And claims include that these ingredients break up the gallstones in your gallbladder and stimulate your body to pass them in your stool when you use the bathroom. So pag uminom ka nitong apple juice with olive oil, okay, for today or tomorrow, for 1 week, now they will ask you to take a look at your poo. And then makikita mo mga green substances, pero pag pinisil mo, hindi talagang stones. These are just globs o yung mga sediments, no? ng olive oil and juice. Okay? So it's true that olive oil have a laxative properties kaya napapadulas yung bile, yung sediments, no? Sa gallbladder, and there is no proof that it has impact on the gallstones. Okay? If you look at your stools following an olive oil cleanse, you may see lumps in your stools that you suspect are gallstones. Kasi parang green, parang yellow-green, gano'n. No? But if you pisilin mo lang, kung okay sa'yo, yung poo mo, yung nakita mo ng green elements, pisilin mo, madidiscover mo, malambot sila. No? Parang sediments lang sila, no? Parang namuulang na soft sediments. They call it globs of olive oil. So hindi talagang bato, no? So ito yung usual regimen. First 5 days, ang recommendation, bibigyan ka ng you eat 4 to 5 apples or drink 4 glasses of apple juice for the first 5 days. Ito yung mauuna. And then on the 6th days, you skip your evening meal. Instead, you have to drink a big cup of water, warm water along with a teaspoon of Epsom salt mixed in it. Repeat this process again after 1.5 hours. This will aid in releasing the gallstones. Okay? Parang papadulas niya yung stones. Yun ang sinasabi rito. No? So with your second drink of warm water and Epsom salt, you can try various combinations for proper lubrications that will help in releasing the bladder stones out of your bladder. You can add a tablespoon of sesame oil or olive oil in this drink. Or else, you can mix in lemon juice kasi pangit ang lasa yung Epsom salt. Lagyan ng lemon juice, okay? And then on the seventh day, you pag during your bowel movement, it said that you will discover stones with a greenish tinge in your stools. Pero usually hindi totoo to. Hindi stones ang nakikita mo, hindi talagang stones, but yung mga sediments lang, yung blobs. Kaya kung pipisilin mo, kung titingnan mo lang, parang stones. Kung di mo pipisilin, hindi mo malalaman kung stone talaga. So if you take a gold ultrasound after trying this regimen, makikita mo andun pa rin yung gallstones. No? I have tried this in some patients. Nung umpisa, I gave the patients the benefit of the doubt. O sige, subukan natin, testing natin. So, test ko na in a few patients, no? After taking the Apple flashing, na pinarepeat ko yung ultrasound, andun pa rin yung stones. Kahit nasabihin nila, may lumabas na parang green, na parang bato. Now, the other commonly heard na non-surgical treatments, avoid ka ng fatty foods. Tama yung sinasabi na when you take fatty food, it will parang cause some attacks, no? Okay. So you try to avoid it as much as possible, but it will not get rid of your gallstones. Hindi mawala yung stones mo. It may, if you avoid fatty foods, it may reduce yung attacks mo of your gallbladder stones, no? Nagiging symptomatic ka, no? Okay. So, changing your diet won't get rid of your gallstones that are already there, but eating a healthy, balanced variety of nutrients and limiting the amount of saturated fats and cholesterols, heavy foods you eat may help ease your symptoms. When say ease your symptoms, prevent more frequent attack. No? Okay. So, walang specific diet that will get rid of your stones. Just maintain a healthy diet na lang. No? Avoiding or limiting the amount of saturated fats and cholesterol. Okay. So, a word about lithotripsy, may naririnig kayo. Lithotripsy, actually, strictly speaking, it's also a surgical procedure, but it's lesser than yung mga removal of the gallbladder, no? Like cholecystectomy through open or through laparoscopic cholecystectomy. When you say lithotripsy, it's a shock wave dissolution of the stones. It's a technique that uses highly focused sound waves to break the stones up into tiny particles that can then pass through the cystic duct into the common bile duct and into the intestine. Theoretically, this is possible. Okay. So this is being done for kidneys in kidney stones also. Kaya pwede rin, no? Okay. So, but it is recommended that it be used for small single stones and not more than 2 centimeters. And make sure that if it's done, yung stones is disintegrated into very, very small stones. No? Kung wala, magbabara naman. Pwede magbara sa common bile duct. No? Okay. And then, after you make durog sa mga stones, no? Sabihin natin, lumabas ng iba, it can still recur. Kasi andun pa yung gallbladder. The gallbladder is the one, yun ang pinaka-soil ng gallstones. Kung di mo tinanggal yung soil, uulit talaga yung gallstones. So what are my advice on the non-surgical treatment for gallstones? Number one, for asymptomatic gallstones, just observe. Avoid fatty foods or limit your fatty foods para wag masyadong madalas yung attacks. No? For symptomatic stones, go for surgery to remove the whole gallbladder with the stones. Hindi lang yung stones, but the entire gallbladder. Anyway, hindi natin kailangan yung gallbladder to be able to live a full life. No? Do not go for gallbladder cleansing or flushing as it is not effective. It is not effective. No? Okay. Do not go for oral dissolution medications such as urodeoxycholic acid as it is not cost effective. Now, if you do not want surgery, eat healthy diet, exercise, avoid or limit your fatty foods, drink a lot of water, hang on, and pray and hope that you don't develop complications that you don't have to be operated on. So that's my last slide. Okay. On my advice, summary and takeaway, I've expounded, I've discussed the various topics listed here. And then takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on the effectiveness, usefulness, limitations of non-surgical treatment on gallbladder stones. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4Ks of patient empowerment, kalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on the effectiveness, usefulness, and limitations of non-surgical treatment on gallbladder stones as part of your health management. This ends my pep talk today. Gallbladder stones, how effective and useful are the non-surgical treatment? I hope I've empowered you to have an essential understanding on this topic as part of your health management. Before we go to the QA portion, reminder, please take the online Learning Kung evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this. And then obtaining 25 letter certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a free RO Boson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Feedback, please type in your feedback on the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Let's now go for a picture taking before we start the QA and interactions portions. Please show your face now in the video. Okay, picture, ready? Show your beautiful faces. Okay. One, two, three. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, suggestions, comments, sharing of experience, as well as consult. No? Anybody? Susan, very good.
Okay. Based on your lecture, is it right to conclude that once you have gallbladder stones, go for surgery immediately?
What again? Conclude that
once you have, it has been discovered that you have gallbladder stones, you go for surgery. Don't use the other non-surgical treatment, because in effect, that's how I understood it.
okay.
They will not be effective anyway.
Yeah. Now the recommendation, not only in the Philippines but worldwide, is that once you have gallbladder stones detected incidentally because of your, let's say, ultrasound, but you don't have any symptoms, no, may lumabas na gallbladder stones, no, you don't have to have it removed. No, you don't have to have it removed. You just observe. Okay, get it?
Yeah, okay.
So
Just
because
observe.
just observe. We know it may. Number one, if it's really gallstones, you're asymptomatic, chances are it will not disappear because you're not doing anything anyway, di ba? Okay? But also consider kuminsan, small chance that make sure the ultrasound report is accurate also. You can have it repeated by another one in another center to make sure that it's really gallstones, no? Because there's some small margin of error in the ultrasound report. Okay, So I've seen patients who being reported, especially seamen, no, or even non-seamen. Sabi may gallstones, and when I have repeated in other center, wala pala. So I saved the patient from an operation. Okay. So just like your BP, the blood pressure determination, one blood pressure determination, if it's high, doesn't mean that you have hypertension right away. So have it checked again until until it's let's say constantly mataas, no? Then that's time you conclude that it's hypertension. Ganon din sa ultrasound and other tests, no? Just like also in the breast, no? Minsan, because of the error in the interpretation, you just make sure that it's correct, no? But once you have gallstones, kung talagang may gallstones, if you're asymptomatic, no? Ang recommendation is not to have it removed, no? Okay. Because it's very, let's just call it uncommon. Kasi they said it's rare, but they just say it's not common to have complications, no? Because we've seen a lot of people with gallstones, no, at 90 years old, 100 years old, who die with it, no, without being operated on, no. I suppose if you take ultrasound of all people, I don't know, in this community, in your city, now you'll see that the majority probably will have gallstones, but they don't feel anything. No? They start feeling something when they know that they have gallstones. Parang a psychological effect. No? Okay. So sometimes it's nice na not to know that you have gallstones para hindi ka mag-conclude na masakit ang tiyan ko dahil sa gallstones yan. Ganon. No? Okay. Okay?
Okay.
Okay? Nawala ba yung nawala ba yung signal?
Oh, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. Hello. Napuputol.
I can hear you. No, something is wrong. Sorry.
Okay, were you able to get all my explanations? Hello?
Yeah, I got your explanation.
Okay. So,
okay, thank you.
okay. So any other comments, questions? Who have gallstones?
Ako, Doc, meron.
Sinong meron?
PET scan.
Violeta?
Ako, Doc. Yes, Doc. Pero nakikita siya usually sa PET scan ko, but then my doctors just ignore it.
Okay. So,
Doc?
yeah, I heard you now. Yung saan napuputol?
Pero, Doc,
yeah.
I have that gallstones. Nakikita siya sa PET scan ko, but my doctors usually ignore it. Hindi nila pinapansin.
Hindi nila pinapansin, hindi nila pinapaano. Kasi
Yes.
wala kang symptoms, no? Okay.
Kasi walang symptoms.
Okay.
But Doc, I have this experience with one of my staff before, siguro mga 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember, as he told me, she was going for gallstone surgery kasi nakita daw sa ultrasound and she's in pain. And then somebody advised her to go to see someone, I think a doctor with experiences sa mga non-surgical something. And yun, narinig ko, nagpaalam siya for 1 month. Nag-flushing siya. And bumalik siya after 1 month. She told me she did not underwent the surgery and she's no longer in pain. So, ang tanong ko is, could it be that the stone, yung pain niya is nandun na malapit na dun sa intestine where it was being flushed out?
Okay. So, most likely, as I said, I have tried it in my patients, yung apple flushing, just to validate kung totoo sinasabi. No? My experience is that hindi totoo. No? An expert, kaya nung these are my patients, actual patients. Sabihin ko sa kanila, isala niyo yung dumi ninyo, yung tae, no? At pisilin niyo yung green nakikita nila, no? And then, true enough, they said it's not matigas. Mushy siya, mushy, no? And then I have the ultrasound repeated, andun pa yung gallstone. So it's not true, no? So I'm now with the believe that apple flushing is not effective, no? Okay. Now, yung pain na wala sa kanya because he underwent apple flushing may mean, as I said, pag may pain ka sa stomach, does that always mean that it's coming from the gallbladder? No? Okay. So it can come from other sources. No? Baka yung other sources of pain niya, let's say gastritis, no? Okay, indigestions, fatty intolerance, no? Baka nawala na. Kaya inattribute niya doon sa gallbladder stones. No? Okay.
So, ibig sabihin, Doc, the one that is scheduling her for surgery ng gallbladder is hindi rin tinignan ng maayos. Gusto lang siya i-surgery.
Hindi siya tiningnan.
Kasi actually, she was being scheduled for gallbladder surgery, removal of her gallbladder dahil nga daw sa gallbladder stone, and she was really in pain. And then, natatakot siya because of the expenses and the surgery. So somebody advised her to take the alternative. And then, pagbalik niya, actually, nagpaalam siya sa akin for 1 month kasi the doctor told her to change diet. Yung flashing nga daw, it will take, ewan ko paano niya ginawa. Basta, yun din ang sinabi. It's on apple juice and the Epsom salt. So, but I did not ask for the procedure anymore.
Okay.
After 1 month, bumalik siya, sabi niya, pagaling na siya. And she didn't underwent the surgery.
Yeah, okay.
Until now, okay pa siya. Magaling pa rin siya.
Pero may gallstone siya.
Meron.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, hindi natanggal yung gallstone niya, but then she's no longer in pain.
Yeah, okay. Yan ang sinasabi ko kanina. Okay, number 1. Okay. In addition to my lecture now, okay, but in relation to yung sinasabi ko, not all abdominal pain with gallbladder stones on ultrasound are due to the gallbladder stones. No? So a lot of surgeons, physicians, no, they conclude right away. No? Kumisan, I don't know, because they want to operate, they want to earn, no? Sabihin nila sa pasyente, dahil sa gallbladder stones yun. No? Ako, personally, I'm very, very careful because I know that not all abdominal pain are due to the gallstones. The gallstones might just be there incidentally, no? Andyan lang siya, pero the cause of the abdominal pain is somewhere else, no? So try to make sure that if I operate on the patient for gallbladder stones, that when she has symptoms, the symptoms are really coming from the gallbladder, no? Okay. So, pero at the moment, okay, as a advice to all of you who are present here, take note of this. There are a lot of surgeons who operate, they don't really, parang they just make a quick judgment na kung may abdominal pain ka at may gallbladder stones ka sa ultrasound, sabihin niya, dahil doon, kaya magpa-opera ka na. No? Okay. So ako, ang tinitingnan, ang aking extra effort in trying to decide whether the pain is coming from the gallbladder, ako I usually focus on the right upper quadrant. No? Tinatanong ko sa pasyente, saan sumasakit? No? Kung sumasakit ay nasa gitna, sikmura, no? Chances are it's not coming from the gallbladder. Okay? Pero yung ibang doctor kasi they just say, kung saan, basta masakit lang tiyan, tinatanggap na nila it's coming from the gallbladder. No? Kung masakit sa kanan, pag dinidiin, so that means that he has a real attack. No, most likely it's coming from the gallbladder. Okay? So, but a lot of times we're not quite sure also. So sabi ko, pwede namang i-observe mo na kung gusto mo. Okay? Okay. So take note of that. So not all abdominal pain that any person will feel, even though they have gallbladder stones on ultrasound, does not mean that it's the gallbladder stones is causing the pain. No? Kasi if you operate on the gallbladder, hindi pala galing sa gallbladder stones yung pain mo, magkakaroon ka pa rin ng pain after the operation. Okay? So,
Yes, Doc.
yung sa kanya, maswerte siya. As I said, gallbladder stones is symptomatic. You don't have to be operated on. Kasi madalang yung sumasakit. Yung ano. Pero pag sumakit, mas maganda, but just make sure that the pain is coming from the gallbladder stones, then pa-opera mo na. No? Okay. And then, but if you don't like to have it operated also after the first attack, there's still a chance that you just change your lifestyle, your diet, your ano. No? So, pwedeng mawala yung sakit. Hindi na umulit. Pero ando pa yung gallstone.
Yes, Doc.
Just like yours, just like your staff, di ba? Your staff meron pa siyang gallstone, pero walang sakit, di ba? Okay. So you can live with it, no? Okay. Did I answer your questions?
Okay, Doc. Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome, Violetta. Okay. So sino pang may gallbladder stones? Abet, may gallbladder stones ka, di ba? Sino pang may gallbladder stones? Oh, ikaw, Abet, di ba may gallbladder stones ka? Unmute.
Ako.
Unmute.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yes. Oo. 2 weeks ago, so nagkaroon ako ng pain sa upper left. Naka-unmute ako eh. It's unmute.
Mute na. Okay na. Naka-unmute ka na.
Hello?
Naka-unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Doctor?
Yeah. Yes.
Hello?
No, yes.
Okay.
Okay, nawala. Hello?
So, pinipress down ko. So, iniisip ko, so, maybe hindi doon sa gallbladder ko kasi nandito sa left upper quadrant eh. But then, nawala siya. So, wala pa akong new ultrasound. And I'm still wondering kung, kasi di ba nung nagkaroon ako ng sakit na nagba-vomit ako, tapos hindi ako nakapasok. Sinasabi kasi ni Dr. Rodici na maybe it has something to do with my gallstone. Sabi ko parang hindi naman. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, pa-opera ko. Di ba? Nung nag-lecture din tayo dito, no, tinatanong ko sa iyo kung o-operahan ba o hindi, or ili-laser, tapos or o-operahan. So until now, but it's still there. Yun siya.
Hello, Chappy. Can the others hear her?
Ciao.
No?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now meron na. Chappy kanina eh. No? Anyway, kung left upper quadrant, hindi gallbladder, yon. No? Okay. Hello?
Yes, doctor, I understand.
Kung left upper quadrant, hindi gallbladder, yon. No? And then, so how long have you been having these gallstones? Kailan na-discover na? Kailan pa?
Excited yung HMO. So since then, I think
Hindi nga, kailan yun? Hindi ko narinig. How long has your gallbladder stones been there?
it's
Okay.
8 years, yeah.
Yan na, yun. I just want to use yung kaso mo as an illustration to for the understanding of everybody. Susan, especially Susan, when she asked the first question,
Mhm.
treatment, no? And then to reinforce yung kay sharing ni Violeta, may gallstones din siya, no? Hindi niya pinapagalaw, no? Okay. So yung employee niya, gano'n, no? So
Mhm.
once you have gallstones, you don't really have to have it removed. Kahit na, number one, kung wala kang symptoms, huwag mo pa-remove, no? Number two, kung meron kang symptoms, just make sure that i-assess mo kung kahit kung one attack lang, doesn't mean that you have to be operated on, no? Okay, baka mawala pa rin, baka makontrol mo pa, no? Okay. So kung madalas na uma-atake, no? Ba't pa-opera mo na lang? No? Okay. But do not use the urodeoxycholic acid. Palagi kong nakikita yon, no? Yung mga reseta ng mga doktor, no? Lalo na yung mga non-surgeon, no? Bibigyan ng urodeoxycholic acid, no? Okay. So usually walang effect yon, no? Bihira. Kung meron man, bihirang-bihira. At mahal na mahal yon, no? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Anything
I,
else?
I just wonder, kasi sabi mo, do not eat too much fat. Kasi there is where you can get the gallstone.
The
Pero
attack.
kasi ako, the attack. Pero pag nagkaroon ka ba ng gallstone, nanggagaling din yan sa pagkain mo ng mga matataba or what?
Pwede. Pwede.
Kasi,
Theoretically, pwede. Kasi, but as I said, we don't know the exact cause. Bakit nagpe-precipitate. Pero common sense will dictate kung isang tube, isang solution at maraming sediment of yung concentration ay asin, mas I think, matataste ng asin, di ba? Kasi yan ang predominant, ano. Ganon din, mag-precipitate yung content noon, no?
kasi
Okay.
I don't usually eat meat. I don't usually eat salty food, fatty food. So I'm just wondering where it came from also.
Yeah, we don't know the exact cause. Bakit marami? So just pray and hindi mo mangangailangan ng operasyon. No. So I don't think your gallstones I don't think they will disappear. It will be there, no. So just live with it, no, kung pwede, no, without being operated on, no. Okay. So the best thing to do is just healthy diet, healthy exercise, ganun na lang. Then the rest just leave it to God, no. Okay. Okay. Any more?
Doc, may tanong ako.
Sure.
Wait. Nawawala ako. Doc, kasi I have this classmate who had her gallbladder removed. Tapos ang sabi niya sa akin, nung natanggal daw yung gallbladder niya, ang laman daw putik. Ano po yun?
Putik?
Putik daw. Yes, parang putik na daw. Hindi naman daw stone.
Okay. So, sige. Yeah, I will answer that, but is my son still there?
Yup, dito.
Can you answer Violeta's ano?
Ano yun? Sludge? Bile sludge po yun, yung putik.
So anong cause na? Nagiging stone ba yun o putik talaga siya?
Yan yung
Chappy, Lance.
Siya yung mag-form into the stone.
So mas delikado yun. Kasi yung bile niya sira.
Opo. Eventually, over time, magiging stone po yun. Pero hindi pa siya stone. Yung sludge na po yun. Parang process of na siya maging stone.
So kasi ang sabi niya, it's the stone that turns into putik. Sa baliktad pala.
Baliktad, yeah.
Oo, yung putik yung nagfo-form into the stone.
Okay, thank you.
Or the sludge. Tawag doon bile sludge eh. Sludge.
parang isang kanal, no? Pag isang kanal hindi free flowing, nagko-collect yung mga sediments, di ba? Okay, parang putik ganon. Then eventually titigas sila, magiging stones, no? Ganon. Okay. So pag putik pa lang, may tendency to become stones. At usually, kadalasan wala namang nararamdaman, no? So the moment it becomes stones at magbabara sa cystic duct, nagkakaroon siya ng obstruction at merong sasakit na yung tiyan niya, no? Okay. So just drink a lot of fluid also para palaging malabnaw yung body fluid. Any other questions?
Walang sound, Doc.
Ano, no?
Walang sound. Ayan, bumalik na.
Okay. Walang
Nawawala
sound.
yung sound. Oo, nawawala yung sound.
Narinig mo sinabi ko kanina, Violeta, yung parang kanal.
Hanggang doon lang, Doc. Hanggang doon sa kanal lang.
Parang kanal, pag free flowing yung tubig, walang problema, di ba? Medyo malinis, di ba? Walang sediments, walang sludge, no? Pero pag hindi nagfo-flow, nag-iipon-ipon sa isang lugar, magkakaroon ng mga sludge, no? Mga sediments, no? Parang putik na rin ang lalabas, no? So eventually, pag tumigas ito yung mga sediments ito, magiging stones, no?
So, will drinking water prevent yun bile stone?
Not totally, but it can help. Kasi we don't know the exact cause of the stones, no? But knowing that sludge can eventually, pag may sludge, malapot, no? But it may cause stones. Uminom pa ng maraming tubig, no? Okay.
Okay, Doc.
Okay?
Thank you, Doc.
Okay. Good questions. Any other comment? Rosana Lim, anything? 5 minutes pa? Rochelle, anything? Christy? Ellen? Ellen, meron ka na bang gallstones? Ellen, may stones ka na ba?
I-share ko nga yung experience ko.
Okay.
Kasi nung late 20s ako, na-experience ko yun nga may sumasakit yung yung dito sa may balakang, gano'n.
Okay. Sa right side, left
And
side?
then, hindi ko na daw ma-remember kung left or right eh.
Okay.
And then, may redness sa urine ko. So, nagpa-check up ako. And then, binigyan ako ng medication. And then, I was advised na, yun nga, drink plenty of water. And then, syempre sa province kasi, madaming yung mga nilagang mga banaba, mga ganon. So, nag-inom ako na nag-inom ng ganon, yung mga nilagang mga dahon-dahon. And then, with plenty of water. And then, alam mo, Doc, lumabas sa akin isang ano talaga, one piece. And then after that, one piece na ano, talagang yung stone.
Sa ihi?
Oo, Doc.
Urine stones yun.
Ayun, siguro hindi nga siya gallstone.
Okay. Good. Sige, thank
yun
you.
ang naging experience ko.
Okay.
And then after that, wala na.
Good. So thank you for sharing. Gusto ko yung mga ganon, no? Yung parang
Yes, Doc.
sabi ni Abet says yung right upper quadrant ang masakit, no? Baka
Hindi ko na kasi ma-remember kung upper or kung left or right eh.
Di ba?
Pero noon kasi Doc, na-experience ko talaga pag sumasakit, halos hindi ako makalakad, gano'n, sa sobrang sakit.
So you can have stones in the gallbladder, you can have stones in the kidney. No?
Yun nga, Doc. Kaya hindi ko alam kung what kind of stones, kung saan galing yan.
Sa left side, no, most likely it's not the gallbladder kasi nasa right yung gallbladder mo. No? So sa left side, if you're thinking of stones, most likely it's kidney stones.
Kidney stone, I see.
So yung tanong ko lang kay Abet, alam ko si Abet may stones sa kidneys. Left side, right side?
I don't remember, pero nangyari na din yun eh, nag-pass out din. Nagwiwi ako, and then, ang sakit-sakit talaga ng tiyan ko. Yung nagwiwi ako, tapos tiningnan ko yung meron siyang stones. Malaki
Okay.
yung lumabas.
Yeah, kidney stones yun.
Yes.
Yun. Yung kidney stones ang masakit.
Mm.
Yung pinakamasakit, mas masakit.
Parang left yata yung sa akin eh.
Ah,
Left quadrant,
okay.
upper quadrant ang masakit.
Kung yung stones ang pinag-uusapan, kung sakaling lalabas sa pupu mo, not sa
Sa
urine.
urine.
Okay.
Okay? Kung
Thank you,
sakali.
Doc, for that.
Okay? Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So something that we can learn from. No? So
Okay, Doc.
thank you for sharing. Okay.
Thank you,
So
Doc.
if there are no more questions, no more comments, let's call it a day. No? And then we will have the next one and the next one. Monitoring for recurrence of breast cancer. No? Ganon. No? Okay. So next Saturday. Okay. So we call it a day. Thank you for attending. Thank you for your sharing. So we'll see each other next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doc. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend
Thank you,
also.
Doc. Bye-bye, Doc.
Bye-bye.